All right, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that I think everyone can benefit from: the daily routines of highly successful people around the world. It's almost like there's this secret playbook to success that these folks are all reading from. Chuckles.
Ooh, that sounds so interesting. I've heard that routine is key to success, right? But I really want to know, what do these routines actually look like?
Great question. So let's start with morning routines. You'd be surprised by how many successful people rise with the sun. Take Tim Ferriss, for instance. He often wakes up at 5 a.m. Whoa, right? He's a big fan of what he calls the morning ritual. He jumps into cold water, does some meditation, and then spends time journaling. It's all about starting his day with purpose.
Sometimes I feel like cold water in the morning could be really shocking. Are there studies that show if that doesn't make you cranky for the rest of the day?
Yes, there definitely are studies. Cold exposure can actually boost your mood and energy. It's like a shock to the system, in a good way. And let's not forget about Richard Branson. He starts his day with exercise. He often talks about how he goes kite surfing or playing tennis to wake himself up. It's a way to get those endorphins flowing.
Oh wow, that's so cool. So do you think we should be kite surfing? Or is just a quick jog enough? Chuckles.
Laughs. Honestly, it depends on what you enjoy. The key takeaway here is to find something that gets you moving. Pauses. Now, speaking of routines, let's look at how successful people structure their workdays. Many of them break their tasks into focused blocks.
Wait, focused blocks? Are we talking little time slots here? Times curiously.
Exactly. Think about the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break. Bill Gates is known to block off his time in hour-long segments. He really prioritizes what he works on, using deep work periods to tackle important projects without distractions.
That sounds super effective. Pauses. But what if I get distracted during those work blocks? Times laughs nervously.
The infamous distraction monster. Laughs. That's a problem we all face. Some people, like Jeff Bezos, swear by creating lists for prioritizations. He uses a simple system, what he calls 2 pizza teams, meaning teams should be small enough to be fed with 2 pizzas. This keeps collaboration tight and focused, reducing chaos.
Gasp. That's kind of genius. So he organizes tasks around pizza? I love that. Are there any other examples of productivity hacks from these folks?
Well, definitely. Let's talk about health maintenance, something often overlooked in the hustle. Oprah Winfrey emphasizes the importance of sleep, saying it fuels her creativity and productivity. She even sticks to a bedtime. Pauses.
Surprised? A bedtime for adults? Wow, I can almost hear my inner child screaming. But I definitely need that. Chuckles.
Right? It's all about discipline. And there's also the concept of yin and yang, balancing work with rest. Elon Musk works long hours but also schedules family time and self-care into his routine. It's the balance that makes it sustainable.
I have a hard time thinking about family time when I have 1,000 things on my plate. Time size. What if they demand time?
That's where boundaries come in. We all have the same 24 hours, yet those who are successful simply manage their time better. They prioritize tasks, set boundaries, and don't shy away from saying no if needed. Times pauses.
Wow, that's kind of empowering. So, any final tips for us regular folks who want to adopt some of these habits?
Sure. Start small. Pick one habit to add or modify in your routine. It could even be just setting a regular sleep schedule or carving out 30 minutes for a walk. Consistency is key. Plus, always remember to reflect on your routine and make adjustments as needed.
So, it's like we're crafting our own success recipes, right? Times laughs.
Exactly. And much like cooking, What works for one person may not work for another. Experiment, tweak, and find what truly nourishes your productivity.
I love that. Thanks for sharing all of this amazing info. It's definitely inspired me to rethink how I structure my day. I'm enthusiastic.
Anytime. Let's all keep striving for our best selves. And for the listeners, remember to share your newfound knowledge and tips with us. See you in the next episode. All right, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's kind of universal: overcoming fear and embracing change. It's that daunting moment when you're standing at the edge of a cliff, metaphorically speaking, and you just want to jump, but fear holds you back.
Oh my God, that feeling is so real. Just thinking about it makes my stomach do a little flip. Sigh. It's like this overwhelming feeling,
Exactly. And I love sharing stories because they really bring these concepts to life. So let's kick it off with a story about this woman, Sarah, right? She was terrified of public speaking. I'm talking clammy hands, racing heart, like she'd literally rather swim with sharks than give a presentation.
Wow, that's, can you even imagine? Chuckles. So what did she do? Just, avoid it forever?
Well, that's the kicker. Instead of avoiding it, she joined a local Toastmasters club, which was a big step for her. It was terrifying at first, but she pushed herself, week after week. The first time she spoke, she said her voice wavered, and she felt like she was going to faint.
I can totally sympathize with that. I remember the first time I had to give a speech in school. I thought my voice was going to crack like a 12-year-old going through puberty. Laughs. Those were some rough times.
Laughs. Yeah, exactly. But here's the powerful part. Over time, she began to embrace the fear. It became less about the fear itself and more about the excitement of sharing her ideas. She built a community and eventually went on to give a TEDx talk.
Whoa, that's amazing. A TEDx talk? So what did she say in that talk? How did she, channel all that fear into something positive?
Great question. She talked about the journey of transformation, addressing the fear head-on. She shared how each failure along the way didn't define her. She'd say, "Every time I felt like giving up, I reminded myself why I started."
I love that. It's like an epic comeback story. It kind of reminds me of, when you try to learn how to ride a bike. You fall down, get all scraped up, but then, each time you get back on, it's like you're one step closer to becoming a biking pro.
Exactly. It's the same with life. Fear is just a part of the process. And Sarah isn't alone. We've got so many examples. Just think of athletes, how they deal with performance anxiety. I've heard of a runner who visualized his success before every race.
Wait, seriously? So he'd just picture himself crossing the finish line? That's kind of wild.
Yup. He'd imagine every detail, feeling the wind on his face, the sound of the crowd. It's a technique called visualization. And before the race, he would say, "Fear is just energy. I can use it to push me forward."
That's actually really powerful. So do you think visualization works with normal daily fears too, like the little day-to-day stuff?
Absolutely. You could visualize walking into a big meeting and nailing your presentation, or having a tough conversation with your boss. You can even visualize a big life change, like moving to a new city.
Oh boy, moving is frightfully terrifying. I've moved 3 times in the last 5 years, and every time I'm just what have I done? Laughs. It's like I'm a nomad.
Haha. Feeling like you're in the right place is huge, but it also comes down to embracing that change. Sure, there are bumps along the road, new city, new faces, new everything. But every single time you tackle it, you gain more confidence.
I like that. So it's like every fear you face is another badge of honor. I mean, Fear Fighter could totally be like a superhero name, right? Chuckles. We could create a whole franchise.
Laughs. Yes! Fear Fighter! We should totally make merch for that. But seriously, embracing change and overcoming fear builds resilience. Each story we hear, like Sarah's or the runner's, teaches us that we can reshape our narrative.
You know, it's funny. I just realized those stories are kind of like movies, right? We always root for the underdog. It's exciting to see them overcome those big challenges.
Right. And we love the transformation, the tension, the struggles, and in the end, the triumph. Just like in life, fear can be transformed into opportunity.
So, for anyone listening today, what's one practical thing they can do to start tackling their own fears? Any tips?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. I'd suggest making a fear list. Write down everything you fear, then next to each one, jot down one small step to tackle it. It could be as simple as, talking to someone who's been through it.
Ooh, I love that. It's like breaking down your fears into bite-sized pieces, like a fear buffet.
Exactly. Start small, celebrate those wins, and soon you'll see big changes. So remember everyone, the road to embracing change might be scary, but it's also filled with potential.
Well, I'm feeling pumped now. Let's go out there and become our own fear fighters. Laughs. I'm ready to tackle anything.
Absolutely. Let's go out there and inspire ourselves and others. Fear can be a stepping stone to greatness.
Yes, I can't wait for my next challenge. Here's to all our future adventures.